believe in soulmates?
All right, and that was dramatic. All right, we are back for another episode of JK But Gay, and this week we are talking about love.
Everybody say love.
Love.
No, y'all, we always record by ourselves.
Right.
And both of our husbands are sitting right in front of us watching us.
Yes.
That's
There
them
we go.
clapping in the background.
Clapping. Not them talking. Now they want to talk.
Now they're talking too much. Anyway, but hi, Jake.
Hello. Hi, Kendrick. How have you been this week?
I've been okay. It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
Up and down. We'll talk about it in just a second. But I had some shitty people do some shitty things to me this week. But it's been okay. We're here. It's all in love.
How dare they?
I know. We'll talk about it in
How
just a
dare
second.
them?
Like I always say. Well, we'll talk about it in just a second. But you, how was your week?
It was good.
Lots of good news, right?
Yeah, lots of good news. It started off very, very rough.
Yeah.
And then it got better.
Yeah.
And then now.
Doesn't it
and now
always,
I'm
though?
here.
Doesn't it always, though? Doesn't it always
Yes.
work itself out?
It does. And then
Yeah.
I just get to see you, and like now we're recording now, and our husbands are here.
All of a sudden.
How do you say?
All of a sudden.
No, in Spanish.
Ahora resulta.
Oh,
Resulta.
Put an E instead of an A. Okay, I'll get there one day.
Yes.
But as a caveat for today, we are talking about love, but we're talking about love as it comes to us, two married individuals for multiple years.
Homosexuals.
Are you homosexual? But we're, talking about it in the sense of self-love.
Yeah.
How do we love, and how do we love to be loved?
Yeah.
That's a lot of loves.
That was a lot of loves.
Ooh. I have a really cool question.
Okay.
What's your favorite love song?
Ooh, that has love in the title or no?
Yes, it doesn't have to. I'll
If
say.
it has love in the title, the first thing that comes to mind is Crazy in Love, obviously.
Okay.
Drunk in Love, which is another one of Beyonce's songs. Love Drought, which is another one of Beyonce's
Oh my
songs. I love Love
gosh.
Drought.
Yeah.
I love Love Drought.
I just realized all of her songs that have love in it.
9 times out of 10 and then a lion. Mm-hmm. So, no, there's more. No, I'm not going to keep going. People are going to be like, are you crazy?
And that is the episode today.
My
y'all.
favorite, you know what my favorite love song is? Si Nos Dejan.
Oh,
My husband sang
why?
it to me. My husband sang it to me
Okay.
when we got engaged.
Yes.
And then he sang it to me at my wedding. And now I make him sing it to me every time we get. You know that every time we go to a restaurant and there's somebody out there, I'm like, my husband's going to sing to me. Everybody shut the up. My husband's going to sing to me and we're going to have a good time today. What's your favorite love song?
And he does so good, I will say.
Yeah, no, he sings his ass off.
My favorite, if I think about like the love in the title, it's gonna be so cliche, and you're probably gonna hit me for it. But I just like I love like I will
Love on
always
Top.
love
Sorry,
you.
another Beyonce song.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love like Whitney. Okay, so I know it's not necessarily love itself, but I will always love you. But you
I
mentioned
will,
like
I will always love you is a breakup song. She's literally talking about I will always love you because you're gone. That's your favorite.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
I guess
In
so.
front of your husband, you're saying that your favorite love song is a breakup song? Wow.
I am not saying
Wow.
that's the one that just popped in my mind.
Okay.
but the one that I like a lot is actually Unchained Melodies.
Unchained Melody.
Melody.
From Elvis?
The Righteous Brothers. I don't know I think he does sing it, but I don't know who sang it first.
Oh, who's the cover of the cover?
Right. But I love that. I think because it reminds me of my grandpa. And was that you? Oh, I was like, what is that? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that
You're like, what is that?
It takes me
nasty
back.
ring in my ear.
I was like, what the?
It takes you back to what?
Like growing up and seeing love for the first time. Let me rephrase that because I saw it with my parents. But I think like seeing it for my grandparents also.
It felt like an older love.
Yes. Like it was much. I wanted to say thicker, but
Yeah, more ingrained.
Yeah. Like there was more years behind it.
Yeah.
And I think when my grandpa, I remember specifically my grandpa would play it after my grandma passed away, and it was just like like it was like a dagger. And I think that is probably why that came to my mind. Now that I think about it, I didn't put two and two together till like right now, but yeah, like I remember him playing that like after my grandma passed, and I was just like, that is so beautiful.
Speaking of love and songs, Lady Gaga's "I'll Never Love Again." The one from
Stars Born.
Stars Born. "I'll Never Love Again" is my song. I can't listen to that song without crying. Like
That
to this
is the-
day, I put it on just to cry.
That is one of those songs where like I will probably cry. I'll be hiding, no one will see me, but I will. I remember in the theaters, like I was like,
yeah,
like trying to get it back. I was like, holy shit, this is
yeah.
But also like seeing it also was just like,
yeah,
because everything going on. But the song itself is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I
Well,
do
in
love
that scene, I don't know if you know this, but in that scene, she left the set because her friend, one of her best friends, was dying of cancer. And the friend died. She missed her by like 20 minutes to get to her. And her friend's husband said, go back and record. So when she's recording that song in the movie at the end and she's crying, it's because she just lost her best friend to cancer.
What movie is this?
Star is Born.
With Lady
Gaga?
Gaga?
When she's at the end, Lady Gaga in real life was about to lose her friend.
I thought you were talking about the movie itself.
No.
Got it.
That's why you can tell that she's super into it.
Yeah.
And she's like, her eyes are all red because she had been crying. Yeah.
Oh, so she legit lost her best friend. And
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No wonder it feels like so real. But even whether or not, I think, well, that is very sad, but that is a beautiful song.
On the Gaga note, though, Love Game is another one of the...
Let's play a love game.
Right. Let's have some fun. This beat is sick. You want to do what, Jake? The mic is on.
I want to take a breath. I'm disgusting.
But anyway, starting on the topic of love, though.
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit about self-love. And I feel like we hear self-love a lot in certain spaces and then not enough in other spaces. So do you think that self-love is overrated?
No.
Me either.
I think it's underrated, actually.
Yeah. Undervalued.
Very.
Underappreciated.
Or I feel like someone who may not understand it to the effect of somebody else, the person that loves it more, or the person that loves it, or person that understands it less, will get mad at the person for loving it more. I said that very wrong.
Hopefully y'all got that.
Even I'm lost, so let me rephrase that. But I think also, in my head, I think I equivalent self-love sometimes to self-care. Or like having your own boundaries specifically. And sometimes people that don't understand it enough don't like that other people do it. Yeah. The way that they do it or whatnot. But yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
Thinking about self-care though, and thinking about self-love, I was wondering, is a question that I had when we talk about self-care. When it comes to like your inner voice that you speak to yourself in, is it like, what is your inner voice like? Is it like your best friend? Is it like your bully? What is your inner voice like?
It is the biggest bully.
Really?
Yes. You know how what is that? I do not know the words. There's a song and it uses a voicemail of another person in the song. And it's like, you dumb,
ugly, stupid, white. Why'd you take me off the schedule, you dumb, ugly, stupid, white? That's yours?
That's my inner voice, but just to me.
Well, clearly, because the inner voice is to you, mijo.
Well, I just don't want I feel like you would turn that shit and be like, you see, he's a mean girl. And I'm like, no, I'm just mean to myself.
I know, we've talked about this. Yeah. We talked about this, remember?
Yes. Yeah, he's the one that psychoanalyzed me.
Yeah.
And made me help me
understand. Oh, you know what? We're going to talk about the next one. We talked about the love we had when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a little harsh, though. We'll bring it out.
No,
it's not my story.
Right. Let's keep going.
Our families are like, leave us alone.
Right.
Stop talking shit about us.
The strays that they be catching every week. But it's okay.
Speaking of, I told you my mom calls me after every episode. I love my mom. Mom, I love you. Thank you so much for always tuning in. But my mom calls and is like, I'm here to see what kind of shit you're talking about me this week. Because like, that's the only reason why I'm like, girl, I mean, you better stand up. Put your shoulders up. Let's talk about it. But okay, so yours is a bully.
Mine is definitely a bully.
Oh my God.
I basically told everybody how it talks to me when I look in the mirror.
Wow.
No, but for real, like I will.
Do you ever tell that bitch to shut the fuck up?
I try.
Oh.
I try sometimes. Like words of, or like not the love, affirmations.
Yeah.
Or like I will do that to like kind of help me get out of that mind space.
And your mind is on.
Right. Literally. It's Kendrick.
Oh my God. I can't believe that.
No, yeah. Like I feel like mine's like a huge bully, and I'm like, stop.
How do you quiet it? You said affirmations?
I go to bed.
Oh.
Literally, like I was just like, well, like affirmations are like doing that for myself.
Yeah.
Kind of like just like letting them in, which sounds very weird.
Yeah.
But this kind of ties into the mental health stuff. And I think I mentioned it last week. If not,
Not letting it go through, but actually embracing it.
Exactly.
Not embracing it. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, like letting it
taking
through.
it in.
Yeah, like letting it through. I think because if you do, or the more I try to act like it's not there or like pretend that I don't hear it.
Yeah.
It will like, it just becomes powerful. Like I feel like that gives it fuel. And so I'm like, all right, let's go, bitch.
Okay.
But what about you?
What do you think?
Biggest hype man.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
I knew
my inner voice is my girl. She'd be like, "They ain't shit. What are we talking about?" I'm like, "You know what, girl? Let's go." No, my inner voice stays ready.
I knew it.
Ready.
I knew it.
As an example, remember I told you I was having a whole conversation with myself on the way home. So someone stitched one of our videos on TikTok and was like, "I disagree with everything that they're." I disagree with everything that they're saying. I love that. Or no hate, no shade. But I disagree with everything that they're saying. Child, I put Bodak Yellow on and was like, you know what?
Oh my God.
Anyway,
you don't know what's coming.
You don't know what's coming. I'm not nice. You obviously don't watch the show. So basically what happened, y'all, is that someone on our TikTok like posted a video of us and like commented on it. And stitched us, which if you don't know what that is, that they put our video next to theirs and were talking over us and talking about all the things that we said wrong in that clip. First of all, I was like, he clearly doesn't watch the show. He doesn't watch the show and know that I'm a bully. Don't fucking mess with me. Don't try it because you're not gonna. And I texted my friends and was like, y'all, someone needs to get this kid and tell him he's fucking with the heavyweight. I mean it. And so anyway, back to that original point though, like my inner voice, that's my girl.
I love
That's my girl.
I think I inspired to be there one day.
Yeah, you will. I had to check that bitch a few times.
Yeah. What do you usually do, like to do that, or what happens?
It takes a while for me to do that. Usually, I think my inner voice has gotten so good that usually when it's like, the inner voice is telling. I don't know why I say she. Anyway, she's always like, "Girl, chill." Like usually telling me to. Usually overdoing it. And then she's like, chill.
Oh, got it. Oh, so it's more of a balance. Not necessarily, it's not a bully.
I think it depends on the moment.
Got it.
Like earlier today, we were gassing each other up to be bullies. But because someone was unprovoked. Don't fuck with me. I'm not talking to you. Why are you bringing this up?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if it's unprovoked, I'm always going to go the next step.
Yeah.
I remember I talked to you about this.
Yeah.
I always go way too far. Like I
think that's like your,
my defense mechanism.
There it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Has to do with past trauma, but here we are.
Hey, we're working through it.
We're working through it.
We're proof of that too.
We're
with the
proof
show.
of that. We're proof of that we're doing it. But yeah, no, that's my inner voice is that's my girl.
I love that.
Did you know that?
No, but like as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, I know
that's
this.
my girl.
I know it.
We just be fucking shit up by ourselves. That's why I told you my alone time is my best time because I love being by myself and my thoughts.
Yeah,
I love being myself and my thoughts because I think things through, and I'm able to tell myself like. And I think it's the hypervigilance and the self resilience that I've been able to build. I think it comes from a lot of things, which I'll get into in the next segment. I hate that I say that. I say that all the time, but I'm going to keep saying it. In the next segment about the way that I was raised. And I think I get it from my dad.
The hypervigilance or the wanting to be alone to like recharge and
no, I get it. I get it from
yourself.
my dad of like the self-confidence.
Got it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And I definitely I aspire for that for myself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I am my worst critic.
See, you know, and
ever.
You know what's crazy is that when someone tells me that, it drives me crazy.
Really?
When they're like,
I'm my worst critic?
No. When someone tells me that about myself.
When
not me being like, I hate you.
I know. I was like, damn, just drag me.
No. When someone says like, and it happened to me recently, where someone told me like, don't be so hard on yourself, and I'm like, bitch, I'm not hard on myself. If I'm upset about something, it's probably something that you did and it has nothing to do with me, which we'll talk about in segment 3.
At them right now.
Because I don't ever, because it's, I think because I usually know, and I don't want to sound like I'm being conceited or like I'm overthinking or I'm talking about these things as if I'm not being in reality, but I think we provide a good balance for each other. Me and I need to name my.
What would you name them?
I don't know. Probably like a non-binary name.
I'm trying to think of like someone at Starbucks.
Demi Lovato. No, it'd be a name that was like androgynous, like Cam.
Yeah. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Or Sam.
Oh yeah.
That'd be another one.
Yeah. Sam.
No, I feel like those names are really bland. Like it has to be something like has like really strong. Like, like Constantine.
Gert.
Yeah. But anyway, so as we'll talk about it in the rest of the episode, we'll talk about like how our way we grew up and how it made the difference for how we evolved.
And how we love.
Yeah.
What love means to us.
Yeah. Hey everyone, just a quick reminder, if you're watching, don't forget to like the video. And if you're listening, leaving us a review goes a long way. But honestly, the biggest way you've helped us grow so far is by sharing the show. So if you're loving it, send it to someone that you think would love it too. Now back to the show. All right, we're back, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the love that we learned and the love that we grew up with. So talking about your parents were married for how long? Just so that I know. My parents were married have been married for 45 years. 44 years, they'll be 45. No, 45 years, they'll be married for 46 years this year.
Oh, mine are 87. I can't do the math fast enough.
Okay,
38.
Past 30s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we both come from families that have been married for a really long time.
Yeah.
And actually, I think it's really weird. We're also married to people whose parents have been married for a while.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is very interesting
because it's not very common.
Exactly. Because I feel like nowadays it's like so common to have like a partner or with their parents being divorced or like growing up in that. I don't want to say field.
Without telling too much of their story, how did your parents meet? Do you know?
Yes. Well, I know the gist. I don't know like everything. But
I know I have a bunch of stories that I think all linked together.
I know that I want to say that they met at a bar or like that they met out dancing and everything.
That's how
like
my mom and dad met.
Really? Yeah. Mm-hmm. My dad was the like John Travolta type of person. Like
Same.
He would wear like those white suits and everything.
My mom met my dad in heels. Like he had platforms. Isn't that crazy?
Not the drag queen.
And not only that, speaking of John Travolta, their first date was Grease. In 1979.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
That is wild.
Isn't that crazy? My dad was 15, my mom was 17.
Wow.
Can you believe
I don't
that?
remember how old my parents were when they met, but
older than my parents.
Well, they had been dating for a while.
Yeah.
Before they got married.
Oh no, my parents met in Mom, correct me if I'm wrong, but they met in 79 and got married the same year in September.
What so they met when? January?
Earlier in September. I mean earlier in that year. But it hadn't been very long. Yeah.
Wow.
My mom was 17, my dad was 15.
And they're still here.
Yeah, and I think I want to say again, Mom, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of my mom's friends who was gay introduced them.
They did because she told us that.
His name was Gabriel.
Yeah, they told us that.
Isn't that crazy?
When we went to the casino. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And now look at them.
Yeah, he passed, I think. I forgot how my mom said that she had passed, but I think.
I remember.
I know for a fact there was some hate crimes involved,
yes.
But I'm not sure if that's how he died.
I thought it was died by suicide.
Maybe.
If I'm not mistaken.
I don't. Anyway, the person who introduced my parents was gay. Isn't that crazy?
Love that. Now look at them.
Isn't that beautiful?
Faggot son.
And you would think that would make them like not be so ugly to me when I came out. Go back to episode 2, everybody. But no. That's and his name was Gabriel, which I think is really interesting because my husband's name.
Gabriel?
That's my husband's name.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's how my parents were.
I love that.
And they've been together
they've
been together for that. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is a long time. Yeah. That's like my parents. Well, your parents are definitely longer.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, what did they show you, or did they show you like what it means when growing up, the way that they showed you love or the way that you learned from them on how to love or what love is it still the same?
You know what they really showed me the most is that my parents are super connected in every single way. And I love that about them. But they also supported each other in their own endeavors. So my mom, neither one of my parents went to college, but they both had careers.
Yeah.
And they were very supportive of each other. As an example, when I was younger, my mom was a secretary at one of the schools, and my dad, supported her in that role. Around the same time, my dad was running for the school board. My dad was an elected member of the school board.
Right. Yeah.
Never went to high school, but was elected member of the school board and worked those. My love of politics comes from my dad because actual grassroots politics of like, we're going to knock on doors and we're going to count votes, the old school stuff that the Democratic Party has forgot about.
Yep.
But that kind of stuff is. And so my parents, I saw them both kind of supportive, and I think in their marriage and the way that they raised us, my parents were very 50-50, not in the way that they gave up themselves, but in the way that they parented us. So both my parents cooked, both of my parents cleaned, Both of my parents like did dishes. Both of my parents did. It was a 50-50 in the way that they were going to raise us for me. And and so I loved that because it was always like my dad is an amazing cook. My mom is the best cook I know in this world, but I think my dad is the second best cook I know in this world. Literally, they're both phenomenal cooks, and they like. I say cook because I feel like the kitchen is where I felt the most love. Yeah, because that's when we would all come together and feel everything. But yeah, I learned that. I learned to to never how resilient I am, the way that I think about these things, and I think specifically what I like to think about, and what I was talking about in the last segment, was I think that inner voice that I have and the way that I feel comes from my dad. And what I meant by that is that my dad, from a very young age, when I would ask for his advice, he would always tell me, "You got it. I don't know, you got it. You know what you're doing." And when I was going through it though, I would say, "God, I want some advice. I want you to tell me these things." And he did give me advice. Yeah. But he also knew, like, you fucking got it.
You got it. You
can
figure it out. Yeah.
You can not
no. Yeah. Because the figure it out.
Not that you can figure it out, but the decision you're making is what's best for you.
Yeah.
And to this day, he does that. And to this day, it gives me this utmost confidence that I know that, like, no matter what decision I make, my dad's gonna be like, "You got this."
You're good.
And my mom is like me. My mom is like, "You got this, but what about this, and this," which makes you self-doubt, but it's just like covering your bases, right?
Yeah.
But no, I think I get my confidence in the way that I feel about myself because of the love that my father has given me. Because my father, from a very young age, was like, "You got this.
Yeah.
You got this. You know what you're doing." I don't think my dad has ever doubted me one time in my entire life. Ever.
I love that.
Ever. And it's because of that love that I'm able to, that inner saboteur is like, that's my bitch. Like that girl is like, boom, because I think my dad helped build that when he was younger. And to think about it, I think I talked about this before. My dad had a really rough childhood. And to be able to transform that and to say, like, we talked in past episodes about generational curses.
Right.
To say, like, I'm going to break this and I'm going to raise kids to, like,
to break those curses.
To break the curses is just phenomenal. So shout out to my dad. I know my dad watches the show because my dad is, he taught me everything there is to know about self-confidence. And then my parents together taught me a lot about what it means to love. And I love them so much.
I love that. And growing up for me, very similarly, like my parents.
I just got emotional. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I love them so much.
Yeah. Oh.
It's so unconditional though. It's so unconditional. When something happens with my family, I can call my dad, my mom. I could call my mom and dad right now and say, "I need you here," and they would say, "I'll be there in 4 hours." Yeah. Because that's how long it takes to get here.
To drive here.
And I know, and I think we'll talk about this in a second, but I think love languages is that's why I have the love languages the way that I do. Like nothing was, I was, when it comes to love and the love that I felt, nothing, I was never missing anything, which I'm so grateful for.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think very similarly, like growing up with my parents and they were married, I learned a lot from them. They weren't very like PDA heavy. They weren't, I really didn't see it that much, if that makes sense. I knew they were in love, but like I didn't see it. But I will say, like, I learned two different things from both of them. Like my dad, I definitely learned he's the reason why I'm an empath, and like that very similarly as you're mentioning as far as a 50-50.
Yeah.
Or to me also, it's like breaking those stereotypes, the gender stereotypes. That was my parents. Like they absolutely taught me that. Like my mom was the breadwinner.
Yeah.
Ever. Like my entire life, really. Yeah. She was. So I learned that I learned the breaking gender stereotypes from them. Absolutely. Yeah. Which is a huge thing, especially.
So it's their reason why you're gay? Why you thought I can do it without a woman?
I can do it with a man.
I can do it with a man.
And better. No, but I think, I learned that from them, but also just like my dad absolutely showed me the unconditional love. And not that my mom didn't, but my mom absolutely had a vastly different way of showing her love. Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah. I learned that it was okay. Yeah. There was a moment where I was like, I wish it was different, but I'm like, no, like it really helped me to grow to actually love myself even more. Yeah. But yeah, my dad was definitely the one that helped me understand empathy and like really being there for, like, he was definitely the family man. Neither of my parents cook, so I don't have that experience like you.
Neither one of them cooked? Oh my god. I mean, like, my mom's cooked for you.
Yes, and
she throws down.
Slap.
My mom can throw down.
Slap.
Yeah.
Like my mom never. Like literally the only thing that my mom makes from scratch. Well, she does, but like from scratch, or like not. I wouldn't even say like scratch, but like throwing ingredients together is like caldo, and it's like
okay. I'm married. I'm married to someone who only can make caldo. I get it.
I know.
I get it.
But yeah, no, I learned a lot from my parents. But I also learned that from my parents specifically, like it is okay. You're going to have trials and tribulations. It's not necessarily about those trials and tribulations, but more of how you get through it. And I will also say, and I'm going to jump way ahead as far as like my own marriage, but like my husband also has shown me that the communication part, which like putting them together, I can't help but think about how I learned from my parents without thinking about how I learned from my husband also. Yeah. Because like, obviously like you learn as you grow. But with my parents, I didn't really have like that communication understanding of like how it worked because everything happened behind closed doors with them, which is a good thing. But
I was going to say, but that's kind of, my parents did the same thing. Don't let me interrupt you. Cut me off if you feel like I'm
No, but in the sense of like the love, like they wouldn't really necessarily like coddle one another or like cuddle one another.
Oh no, my parents were gross about it. My parents are gross about it. Have you seen them? We were in Eagle Pass. You don't remember them?
Yeah. No, like my parents
so gross about it. I know,
even in front of my brother and I.
I know, but I remember. They did it in front of y'all though. Like I'm like, y'all, there's a place in the time. My dad looks at my mom like she is like, which is what I love, right?
Yes.
My dad would look at my mom and be like, that's a bad woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you stop? Like I get it, but I don't want to imagine my parents that way. But I do love it. Now that I get older, I'm like, you know what? I hope that after 46 years of marriage, I look at my spouse and say, that's a bad bitch.
Right. And we will.
Right.
Both of us will.
Right.
But yeah, like, I know.
Me in the mirror.
Talking to your inner side,
my inner voice is a bad bitch.
We a bad bitch up in here.
That's a bad bitch.
But yeah, no, they definitely had their way of showing it.
Yeah.
Which I learned from it. But then I also learned, like, I would love to see it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And there's definitely like a gay aspect in there.
I have a question though, but that's not for you though. Why did you feel like you needed to see that?
Because I know how it is now. Like, I think like
But that love worked for them.
It did. I didn't know that at the time.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like how it is now.
Yeah.
I learned it as an adult, but like, I didn't know that was like,
so
part of what I want.
Speaking of though, thinking about love languages, what's your love language? So for those of you who don't know, the love language book, which I read, have you read it?
No, I haven't.
But you know love languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
I read it, 10 years ago at this point.
Damn.
I'm trying to think of who the author's name is, but love languages, they talk about the 5 love languages, which is the way that people like to receive love. And the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gifts, and physical touch.
Correct.
What's your love language?
You know, it's so funny. I always thought my love language was physical touch.
It's not.
Until recently, I realized it's actually quality time.
Oh.
There is like a hint of the physical touch, but like being with my person, being with my husband and being like connected through touch, like in that quality time. Yeah. And without technology and all that, like I love that.
I always thought it was acts of service.
No.
Wow.
I mean, I love when my husband does
your husband, I was gonna say your husband cleans up after you and you don't give a shit, you don't care.
He doesn't do the dishes. I do the dishes.
You put the dishes in a dishwasher.
He puts the clothes in a washing machine.
Look at Roger. Roger's like, I know that's right.
He puts clothes in a washing machine. It's okay.
He folds them. He gets them out.
I fold them with him.
Oh,
I do that with him.
Oh, he's over here wagging the finger, y'all. He's saying like this. That's my bestie over there. He's wagging his finger. But anyway, so
mine is quality time. But I really didn't learn. I kid you not, I didn't learn that probably like 1 or 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Like Roger asked me, he was like, let's do this quiz really quick. Like one of those like online quiz or whatever.
Yeah, which is actually in the book.
Oh, I never read the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. You read it 10 years ago.
You can't read. I did the Audible.
He wasn't on meds yet.
Go back to that time. So what about with your friends? Is that the same? Is that your same love language? And I'll get into why that matters.
I think so.
Okay. Quality time.
I think so because like I actually have never thought about that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
I will say yes. And you answer the question first, and then I'm going to come back.
What's my love language? Do you know? And it's so weird that this is my love language. Now that I think about it, now that I'm putting it in perspective.
Oh, I do.
The fact that my inner voice is so strong, and this is still.
And you still need the words of affirmation.
And I still need the words of affirmation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I know I'm a bad bitch, but tell me I'm a bad bitch.
You're a bad bitch. You're a bad bitch.
No, but I think about that a lot, because it's like, that is my, and it depends. It's not what I get. I get it from my husband in the right moments. I feel like in the right moments, he knows
when to say something.
When to say something to me that's going to get, my husband treats me like my dad does, in the sense that, like, he's like, you got it. My husband has never doubted me once in his life, ever. And I feel bad because I'm always doubting him, even though he's a, no, but that's just my habit, right? Like, that's, like I said, like, that's just what
we carry both of our parents.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm more like my mom.
I just now noticed that. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm more like my mom in the right ways. And I'm both of my parents with therapy.
Yeah.
I think genuinely I am both of my parents with therapy.
Yeah.
And my dad said this one time. My dad said something not recently, it's been about a year or two, where he said, you're me without all of the what did he say? I forgot what he said. With all of the, he said like chingadera, or without all the, like, the, what he meant to say. I think what I understood from that was like, you're me without trauma. And I'm like, actually, that's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, my love language is words of affirmation.
Okay.
Words of affirmation from everybody. Love languages, and in the book they talk about it being romance, but I love deeply across we'll get into this in the next segment, but I love deeply across my friends, across my family, across my husband. And yeah, words of affirmation is mine. I love to be, I know I'm pretty, but tell me I'm pretty.
Aww.
Yeah. Does words of affirmation even like matter for you?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. But I want to say that I'm so hard on myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm just taking it in, but not really like listening, if that makes sense.
Oh, in one ear out the other?
Kind of.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm so hard on myself. Like someone telling me like, I think you look gorgeous. Sometimes.
Nobody's ever told you that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Kendrick hates me.
First of all, go to the last 2 episodes where I tell you look good.
Yes. What'd you say the other day?
You look good, bitch.
Oh, you're like, you fucking stacked, bro.
Oh, you fucking stacked, bro. You were like, yes or no? I can pull up the text messages. Right now.
Okay, maybe just a little bit. But no, sometimes I do like words of affirmation. Yeah. But sometimes like my inner saboteur is like, they're fucking lying, dude.
Yeah.
Like literally, like, because like I don't know how to sometimes just like take it and like.
Wow. Which one do you care about the least? I'm just throwing stuff out here. Gifts.
Yeah. I don't really. As we did a live yesterday and he gave me a gift. No, but I think, I'm not saying I don't love gifts. I love gifts. But as it relates to love,
yeah,
those don't connect. If that does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think because also, it's going to be really deep. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in there or not, but I feel like.
Now we have to.
I feel like the way my mom showed love sometimes was with like buying me stuff, or like really just buying me stuff.
Yeah, baby, but
like
that's all she knew.
Right. And I think that's also a reason why I don't necessarily connect gifts with love, because I didn't want that. I wanted love. Like I wanted like the emotional aspect, not necessarily like
on that point. I think this is what we can pull into it though. On that though, when as growing up as queer kids, right? Did you ever feel fully loved? I never felt, and I say that because I never felt fully loved. Not because my parents didn't love me, but because they didn't know all of me.
I was on the exact same page as you.
And it's a deepness and it's a sorrow that I have, and I still walk with every day. Because I constantly think about because I know that they would have loved me either way.
Yeah.
And that's just a whole part of my life that they never got to see that true kid. And I think that when I was a little kid, I was really that free.
Yeah.
Because I had a bunch of people around me. Ooh, now I'm getting emotional. I had a lot of people around me. My aunt who passed away, and my cousin who is my aunt that passed away's son, and his wife, and my mom and my dad and my brothers. They created a space around me to really allow me to fully be myself. And then when I started school, you know, when the world comes in,
Yeah.
and everything else starts to kind of boil. I wish I would have talked about this in the growing up episode. Gotten
It's
really
okay.
emotional. But they created a space for me where I could truly be myself, and then the world kind of forced me back in.
Yeah.
And so I just wish that I never got the love that I deserved as a kid, but it had nothing to do with my family and the way they treated me, and everything to do with the sorrow that I had for what I thought I should be ashamed of, and I wasn't. I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah. No, and I was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like when you literally just asked that, that is exactly what I was gonna say. Actually,
Yeah.
like they loved me for who I
And they would have.
I think they would have too.
They would have.
I know my dad absolutely would have.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a very small part of me that maybe he had already like known whether or not. And I know I say that like I don't want people to put children. I know you mentioned it, like you don't want people to put children in a box.
Yeah, but what did I say?
But
I said that's okay
create
if you're
a safe space.
You're creating a safe space for them.
And my dad did. My dad always made sure I was okay, made sure I was safe. Church or not, like religion or not, like he was my rock.
Yeah.
And I think like
Is your rock.
is my rock. Yes, that is very true. Because there are times even this week when I'm having a bad day, like I kid you not, I was driving to work and I was having such a hard day and this week. And did I tell you like what happened? I don't think I did, but I was driving to work.
I told you what happened with me, right?
Yes.
Where I should have texted you and I didn't.
Yeah,
And then I
like
walked
you
outside
felt
and saw
it.
a cardinal.
Yeah. So very similarly, like it was cloudy. It was a very cloudy day, and there was a single spot with like the sun coming in, and it was just that glare that was like so bright, and I was like, "Thank you, Dad." Like I needed a sign, and I took that moment to be like, "Huh, I needed that. And I needed to be reminded I am loved, and I needed just a moment to be like." It's going to be okay. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're stressing, whatever you're worrying about, it is okay. And now that I say that, I think that is what love is to me.
And love is eternal.
Yeah.
Love is not like in this space of this world that we exist. The love that people give us from the day we're born, the people who gave me a lot of love, my aunt specifically, is not here. And doesn't mean that I'm never feeling that love again. I feel that love everywhere and everything that I do. So
yeah. And I will say really quickly, like I feel like I give my mom a lot of shit, or like I'm very hard on my mom because she was also very hard on me.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm trying to reciprocate it, but that's how I learned from her. But I do know for a fact, like she has so much love for me, and I think I need to remind myself that sometimes, because sometimes I'm like, I just want to hear the words. And like my mom, like in the Hispanic culture and in many cultures, like when you hang up the phone or when you leave each other, you usually say like, I love you.
Yes.
You don't think so?
I don't know. My parents didn't start until I left the house.
Oh, okay.
I think that's why words of affirmation is my love language and why I still need to hear it.
Oh.
Because I was never told I love you until I was much older.
That's so interesting.
And it's not that I ever doubted that they loved me.
It's never
I never doubted they loved me, but it's still, even my brother still to this day, my oldest brother will say, sorry, Frank, I'm spilling your tea here. But he'll say, I feel weird when mom and dad tell me, or when mom tells me that she loves me. Because she never told me when I needed it. And that's me too, is I'm like, I feel weird, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I don't think, I never felt that she didn't love me or my parents didn't love me.
I don't think there is one or the other.
But there is value in saying it out loud, which is why we started this show, which is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
But
I know, like we tell each other like, I love you.
We're gonna go into that. We're gonna go into that in just a second.
But yeah, no, like I know my mom, I absolutely love to death, and I've learned so much from her, and I will continue learning from her. But I decided to throw that in there because
you know what? I have an idea for this episode. I think because we're both talking about our moms a lot, we're going to dedicate this episode, this love to our moms.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah, we talk a lot about our dads, which is still they know the love is there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna give the words of affirmation to our moms today and dedicate this episode to them.
I'm gonna ask her like, "What's your love language, Mom?" She'll be like, "What is that?"
You know what? You know what I think. You know what I think. I'm gonna say because this is my love language. I think I'm gonna create my own love language. Leave me the fuck alone is my love language. Leave me alone. You know, I love being alone. I like my husband is. My husband is perfect to me. But there are some times where I'm like, leave me alone. I just want to be left alone. That's my love language. Leave me
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like being alone, but just to recharge.
That's what I mean too.
But you also use that time to like think through things.
That's what recharge means for me.
For me, I don't want to be thinking. I don't want to like. I just want to like read a book or maybe meditate, but like I'm really bad at meditating.
I was gonna say we've had this conversation where you're not good at meditating
at all. Anyway. But I think that's I like being alone, but just to literally just to recharge and then like be able to be myself again.
All right, so I have a really controversial question for you.
Do
you believe in soulmates? As your husband does you the middle finger.
Oh no.
Do you believe in soulmates, bestie?
I don't.
I believe in homemates.
Who's your homemate?
My husband.
So is my husband.
Right. You just said you don't believe in soulmates. So you don't believe in soulmates.
Homemate.
Why? Tell us why. As someone who's been in a healthy, growing relationship for more than 12 years, 13 years?
13. We're going on 13 years. No, more than 13 years.
Why don't you believe in soulmates? Because neither do I, but I want to talk about this.
Look, I truly believe my husband is for me.
Yep.
But
I'm a bad bitch and I can find another one in a fucking heartbeat. Let him try something one time and I will be ready.
I think it's
over there throwing stuff.
I think it's more of a full, like, it's not just the romantic.
Yep.
That's where my mind goes. Like, I feel like, for example, I think you and our friendship is so deep that like if I were to believe in soulmates, like it would like fuck with my mind to be like, but I have my husband. How can I have this strong connection with you as well?
Oh, that's interesting.
I think it's like that connection. Like my husband, like I absolutely adore. I love to death. Like he is my person.
Right.
But I also have other people around me that I fully love. Like I would die for them, you know, so to speak. And also like, I mean, it can be family, it could be friends. And I think that's why for me, it's hard to believe like there is one person.
Right.
I think in my head also because like soulmate is one person.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have surrounded myself in my life with people I love deeply.
Yeah.
And that's why. Like my husband is vastly different than everybody else.
Yeah. There's
like
a level of affection. There's a level of intimacy that can never equate to anybody else in this world.
Exactly.
But not me finishing your sentences for you because I love your husband more than you ever could. No, I'm kidding.
No, but you articulated.
Yeah.
Like you articulated
it's very
that part.
Well. It's the intimacy.
That part.
It's that part that is like so.
Like my husband is. I mean, he's above everybody else.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean like that I don't love people as hard as I do.
You know what my difference is that if I have a soulmate, that means that I need someone else to feel complete.
Oh.
And I don't need somebody else to feel complete. And I know that's controversial.
Yeah, it's like that phrase
I know it's controversial, but even when I met my husband, the reason why I married him, and why I'm with him today is because you will never hear me say that man is my other half. No, I am a whole person. And it's 1 + 1 = 2, like Beyonce said.
Beyonce.
1 + 1 is 2. And I've always 2. Yeah. But that's the way that I feel about things. And that's why I will say that no one is ever my soulmate because I complete myself for myself.
Yeah.
And my own soulmate is that bad bitch I was talking about in segment 1. That's my soulmate. That's my girl. And so that's why I feel that way. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be incredibly compatible with somebody, because I know my husband, and nobody is more compatible with me than my husband. My husband and I started dating, and I knew immediately this was my person. I knew immediately this was the person I was going to marry. I knew that was the person I was going to spend the rest of my life with. But that doesn't mean that that's not the only person I can show love to, and the only person that I can give this. My love is bigger than just what I can give my spouse, and that's the way that I see things. Because I first of all, I'm never my soulmate is and I think a lot of people say that, right? There's my soulmate, or he's my other half. You will never ever 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 in my life hear me say that someone is my soulmate. Yeah.
Because you are your own person.
I'm my soulmate. 100%. That girl's my soulmate. That girl's my soulmate. And then that doesn't mean that I don't love my husband immensely, and he's not my everything, but that's just the way that I see things. So I think about that a lot because I think that's a really controversial topic, because I feel like people are going to hear that and be like, what do you mean?
You don't believe in soulmates.
What do you mean you don't believe in soulmates? Yeah. I was like, me and Jake are swomates.
Yes.
Así con la patita.
2 episodes, and he's already dragging me through the mud with body image.
Oh, look at my baby. Sorry.
And right behind the camera.
My husband's here taking a picture with my dog, and my dog is sitting here looking at me.
Your daughter.
No, that's not my daughter.
You don't say that?
That's my child, but that's not, but
You want them to choose their gender?
No, that's another episode. My dogs are not my kids. Kids are an actual responsibility. Kids are an actual...
If you don't feed her?
But not at the same level. I can leave that little girl at home all night while I go get fucked up at the club at no matter what age. And no, you are white sometimes. That's some white people shit. You're the only person I know that kisses my dog in the lips. Like people see you, like the way that you engage with my dog, and they're like, oh my God, do you do that? I'm like, fuck no, I'm not white. My dog's not putting her tongue in my mouth. My dog puts her whole tongue in your mouth.
She does not put it in my mouth. She'll put it in my nose. Just like my son.
Anyway.
my dogs are just...
not Vanjie. Poor Vanjie getting left out.
She don't know how to... She's
the cutest.
And she also doesn't know how to lick. Like, it's weird.
Oh.
It's the weirdest thing to me. Anyways, but yeah.
Might as well be a man. A straight man.
She ain't lesbian. That's all I know.
She's the only woman in the house. What
she
is.
I know. But
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Speaking of queer love. Queer love is what to you?
Queer love. There's, in my head, do
you want to explain? I feel like we have to explain what queer means, because I think a lot of people who listen to this show, if you're listening to this show and you live in a more progressive place, you probably know exactly what queer means. Yeah. But a lot of folks, especially straight people, don't know what queer means. Yeah. And queer means that you're a part of the diaspora, right? Of a variety of gender identities, a variety of sexual orientation. So queer love is different than just the person that you're with, but the love that you have within the community, and the love that you make with your friends, with your family, with everybody. Yeah. So my question to you is, like, queer love is what? Fill in the blank.
Queer love. I mean, it's that. I mean, it's so hard to just. I mean, it's so easy to just say, like, it's just that, like what you said. But for me, I want to almost say, like, queer love starts with yourself. And I feel like that's almost a little controversial. I say that because, like, there are sometimes, like, I don't love my body, or like I have struggles my own, and I get that, and I think that is okay, so long as you recognize it, and like you're able to, and I mean, I know there's an accessibility issue, but like you acknowledge it at minimum. But queer love to me means loving yourself for who you are, so that way you can also share that love with somebody else that may or may not be in the queer community. Yeah. But I think it's that passion also is like the word that's coming to my mind. Yeah. And I can't really put a finger on the passion itself, but like it's just like that power that we hold as queer individuals, or like I feel like I hold some power as it relates to being queer, just because I know, like, I don't know, like it's like this, it's like a strong sense of like love. Yeah. As it relates to this whole episode. But that, like, it's just like a strong emotion for me.
For me, queer love is not traditional. but it's very intentional. And I think because in our world, we're taught about traditions and how we're supposed to love and who we're supposed to love.
Yep.
And for us, it's very intentional.
Yeah.
I think about that a lot because of my friendships, because I have very close, tight, intimate friendships. And I don't mean intimate as in like intimacy, right? I mean intimate as in like close and connected friendships in the queer world that I don't have anywhere else. And as an example of that, and as a transition of that, you and I had a little bit of a rough week. Did we not?
We did.
we had a little bit of a rough week. Jake and I rarely have disagreements. I feel like we rarely have disagreements, but we were both in a place where we were projecting a lot of anger at each other that had nothing to do with the actual situation that we were going through.
Which happens a lot.
Yeah.
Not between us, but like in general.
In general, we talk about this all the time. People are projecting on us. And so you and I had a little bit of a disagreement this week and it hurt both of us immensely. We hurt ourselves immensely. And it wasn't even that bad. If you think about it, it wasn't something that was
irreversible.
Not irreplaceable. What is it? Like you can't fix it.
Irreversible. Right?
No. Damn.
Not fixable. Unfixable.
Anyway, it wasn't something that was irreparable. No, that's my PR head's coming on that. Please cut that. I'm
gonna keep that shit in.
But I think one of the most beautiful things about love and queer love is the love that we show each other.
Yeah.
And yesterday, you and I finally had a conversation about it because we hadn't seen each other. And I think one of the most beautiful parts of that conversation was the way that it started. Because the very first questions that we asked each other were, one, are you okay? And before we even talked about anything, we said, I love you. And I really appreciate that because if we were straight and we were heterosexual and we were men, we would not have been able to start a conversation with, before we even get into this, I want to make sure, are you okay? And I want you to know that I love you. And I think that's what makes queer love as beautiful as it is and as amazing as it is. And I think that queer love is also incredibly liberating.
Yeah.
It's incredibly liberating because we're not locked into this. The love that I have for you, the love that I have for my best friend, I was going to say your husband, but my best friend, because apart from being your husband, I don't see him that way. I see him as my best friend.
Yeah.
And the amount of love that I have for my husband and other people in my family, my cousins, is very unique to each of those experiences. And I just think that's the best part about being gay, I think, and the best part about being queer is that our love isn't tamed. It isn't unique. Yeah. It isn't. It is very unique, but it isn't in unison, and it's not limited to a certain people.
Yeah,
but
I agree, and I think also like as it relates to yesterday, you know,
people want to know what happened, but no, we won't. I don't think we will. I think the reason why I don't want to say what happened, and we can if you feel like we need to, but I don't think it's relevant to the situation, what the actual problem was.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was relevant to the actual problem. It was something really
minor.
It was a miscommunication. That didn't land well, and we were communicating with each other in a way that we're not used to.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I think what I was most proud of is like how queer love just evolves, right? Yeah. Because yesterday you and I did something that we've never done before. Mm-hmm. Not only did we never have a disagreement like that before, but we've never talked about it in that way.
Right.
And you specifically have never been so vulnerable to talk about it that way.
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful. I'm going to let you talk now and spill your heart to me and tell these people how much you fucking love me.
I fucking love Kendrick. But I think, you know, it was a very hard week. And I think, you know, I'm not going to...
Did I get anything wrong?
No, you didn't. You're absolutely spot on. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I kind of lied a little bit earlier.
Not saving it for the cameras.
When I said...
Cut the cameras.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
When I said, you know...
I knew you were lying when I said it before you even talk about it. I knew... Did I not know? Did I just say, are you going to fucking lie to me while you're looking at me right now? Did I not say that before we get started? Before you even said anything?
You did. But...
Sorry, finish.
I think
I interrupted you so
that
they couldn't hear what it
itself is like queer love. And there was something you said yesterday that I felt immensely. And I was just like...
What did I say?
Wow. Like, I felt the exact same way. And I am so proud of us and like where we are as friends.
Yeah.
because I felt it too.
What'd you feel? What did you
when I came in? When I walked in, right? We had a week. Yeah, we had a week, and we knew it.
And I was nervous. You were coming nervous too. For background, if I can, really quick.
Yeah.
For background, we were planning on going live on Thursday. We like to go live every Thursday when an episode launches to promote it. Say, hey, this is what we're doing. We've tried it in different spaces, but excuse me, we've tried it in different spaces, but it works better if we're in person.
We're together, yeah. And we're able to like do this,
yeah,
right? Like
we're able to have the banter.
And
I was nervous because we hadn't spoken. The issue happened on Sunday,
correct?
Yeah, and I hadn't seen him since then, and I was being really short up to that point. I was giving you what you needed. I was giving the girls what they wanted.
You're giving me all the periods,
right?
No exclamation points.
Oh, you recognize that,
girl? But
then it's time to talk about it. And look around, everybody, on mute.
And I do want to
go on. You talk.
But no, I knew something was up, and I talked to my psychiatrist about it, and like,
damn, now you get.
Well, I did not. I had an appointment already, and you know, as when you go to the psychiatrist, they're like.
We're gonna spend the whole time,
and then the next 45 minutes.
Yeah.
No, but you know, I was talking through it because I was like, I didn't know, right? Like I didn't. The whole reason why I upset you was because of something that I said, and I didn't realize the miscommunication aspect of it all. Like I didn't realize how it was going to be taken, and that's why you were upset.
Oh, you didn't realize the way that you said it?
No, I didn't. What I said, I didn't think. Yeah. I didn't think you took it
literally,
bad.
like you said it.
No, I just think like I didn't.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Don't take me at my word. Know my heart.
When I walked in, what you said was like there was nothing but love, and I felt that.
Nothing but love,
and I felt that when we got sat down, and
because I was going to talk to you about it before we went live.
Yeah,
before we went live, I was going to talk to you about it, and I had a feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong. You got here like an hour and a half before we were going to go live. You got here at 5. The live was at 6:30.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, maybe he's going to say something.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to bring it up.
Yeah, no.
But then when I,
no.
Damn. But then when I saw you, I was like, no, there's nothing but love that I have for this person.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I told you why. Like, I don't know how to have those conversations.
Yeah.
And I think that's also going back to the love aspect. Like, sometimes it's that balance sometimes also, I feel. Like my husband does this very well with me, like as far as communication. Like sometimes he's like, no, I'm gonna pull that shit out of you, and like, right, because I'll internalize shit until I'm over it,
right,
and then not
avoiding, not I'm
an anxious avoidant. I'm an anxious avoidant.
Not mental health. Go see last week's episode.
I know that though.
We are our mothers.
But I appreciate it because like I knew I wanted to. I literally just don't know how to like. What do I say from the start? You know, like, and then of course my anxiety kicks in of like, what if you start something and then you say something wrong, and then like
what started it all? I'm messing with you. I'm giving you a hard time.
No, for sure.
I'm giving you a hard time.
I know.
Yeah, but no, I think what I needed a little liquid courage. I never you people who know this show have watched the live. I never drink on a weeknight. I was like, I need some liquid courage to get me to say like, because I was like, he's not gonna bring it up that I have to bring it up, and we had such a beautiful conversation, and it was worth it. And I think when it comes to queer love, that is queer love, because if we were straight, we wouldn't have been able to have that conversation.
Yeah, for sure. We wouldn't have been able to start it the way we did.
We would not have even been able to validate that we were offended by that.
Yeah.
Because if you were offended by that, it would say that you're not a real man, that you're not taking things, that you like don't know how to let shit go.
Right.
Straight people don't get to do that.
Yeah.
They don't get to do that.
And they just like, okay, brush it off.
Right.
I have that, obviously. I just said,
are you straight?
No.
Never mind. I've seen the clips. Cut the cameras. I'm not giving you a hard time.
I ain't got no OnlyFans.
But to say that is that like I know that, you know, there are people, when you talk about people that you give love to, have you ever looked up platonic soulmates?
No.
Look that up, because
this is us.
I genuinely think that. I don't believe in soulmates, but I think of platonic soulmates. I think you and I can sit in a corner and laugh an entire night together.
Oh, for sure.
Like you and I can sit in the corner and laugh the entire night together and just be like having a good time kikiing. And so I just wanted to tell that. And I know that we dedicated this to our family, but I also want to dedicate this episode to you, because this is our sort of like our gift of love that we're giving to the world. Yeah. And for you to be willing to share that, for you to be willing to be so vulnerable, And because I was scared this week, I was like, what if he hates this? What if he's just going to be like, I'm done. I'm over this. I'm not going to bring this up again. And we're not going to have these conversations. And I'm just so thankful for you today and always.
For you too. Yeah. And to go back, because I know I do this quite often, but like, as I mentioned earlier, like there was something that I said that I kind of fibbed as far as like feeling well, just because I felt like after we had that conversation, I know one of the things you told me was like, we are good.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it.
But it's so funny that you're taking bits and pieces, because what did I also tell you? You call me if you're not good.
Oh yeah.
And what did you do?
Well, yesterday I called
me.
you. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And so that's still growth.
That is
still you growing.
Little.
That's still you being different. Because I could tell your husband that happened. He'd be like, "What the fuck? He called you afterwards?" Mm-hmm. Like he'd be like, "What the hell?" Like so.
What the heli?
With the heli? With the helica? See, sorry. He's like a straight man. He doesn't know how to be. He like makes jokes, and I'm trying to be intimate here with him.
I'm gonna insert clip.
Cut the cameras. You want to roll to Don't Piss Me Off? Or you have anything else to say about how much you love me? Because word of affirmation is my shit.
I love you.
Okay.
I love you. And I think you're amazing. You're an amazing friend. Oh. And thank you for helping me. Because I think you're making me be not just an amazing friend, but amazing human. That like I understand a little bit more of how I can what's the word I'm thinking of? Like how I can show up better for others. Because I really love
show up for yourself.
And that too. Mm-hmm. I think that first, actually.
Yeah.
So
not first, not back, not a full circle.
You're helping me show up for myself. That is for sure.
This is so an emotional episode. We need to fight more often.
I hated that. We're never doing that again.
It had to be love. It had to be love.
Now that I said I hated that in the love episode.
It's okay.
But I did.
It's better than saying crazy mental health episode.
I really hate the way that I hate what I said. And I
Thank you. I was about to be like, bitch.
The way I made you feel.
Oh.
Period.
It was temporary. It was temporary and we're better. Do you feel better?
We're better. I'm getting there.
No, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this to us.
No, because I just internalize it. And you know, like I worry.
Yeah.
As I mentioned last
I'm
week.
a worry warrior.
Right.
Where'd you get that from?
Mama.
She get it from
so
dedicated
to her.
So go ahead and don't piss me off.
Yeah,
go first.
Yeah, Don't Piss Me Off. For anybody that is watching for the very first time, Don't Piss Me Off is our segment about the topic that we're talking about today, something that makes us upset, or it could be controversial, it could be true, but it's just something that we feel and something that we feel deeply about the topic that we're talking about. And for me, don't piss me off. If I love myself so much and that's too much, for example, if I'm like too gay or too out there, or too outgoing, do not tell me to like limit or shrink myself.
Yeah.
Because I actually feel so good about myself. I love who I am. Do not tell me anything less.
Yeah.
Or to tone it down.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tell me that.
That has a lot more to do with them than it does you.
Probably. But I think for me, in my head, I'm like, no,
tone it down,
I fucking love myself. I'm going to turn it all the way up.
Do you rewind about 30 minutes?
In those moments. Yeah. In those moments when I'm extra.
When I'm there.
They come and go. But
yeah,
that was mine.
All right. So for me, don't piss me off. On the topic of love does not mean compromising your true self. And what I mean by that is I think a lot of couples, a lot of people feel like the way that you can give true love is giving up a part of yourself. No. The way that you can give true love is being your whole self and having someone love you for your whole self and demanding that someone love you as you are and as your whole self. That doesn't mean that you don't change. I think something we didn't talk about a lot too is that how much change has to do with love. Because I think the way that I love my husband today, the way that I love my friends today is very different from the way that I loved them even a year ago.
Yeah.
And I think that's
for me.
That's what love. But yeah, so that's just what I wanted to say because I think that's really important for love. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this week and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.